I tried to sell someone's body today.
It was me.
Wowee.
Welcome back to Philosophical Fridays after a 3-month hiatus.
Yep, we were on a boat
That's
that
absolutely
sank.
True. Yeah,
And then
we were the only survivors.
Yeah.
The mermaids helped us back to shore.
Yep. They used their flippers.
And they
Flipped
flapped
up,
us
yeah.
right back to
Shore. Flippington. Yeah. And they were very grateful that we showed up because they had nothing to do.
Okay. So, Chris, why don't you tell us what we're going to be talking about after being away for 3 months?
So, what better way to get back into it than talking about a little game that our group that we're in has decided to initiate?
So, basically, the game is called Assassins, and I would highly recommend that you guys play this. We're going to tell you how to play it, and we're going to tell you a little story about our experiences with it.
Sounds like fun.
All right, so Chris, why don't
first
you
let's
explain the rules?
You want to do our quotes first, or do you want to do the rules?
Let's do the rules. Quotes can wait.
Okay. Oh, wow. Just getting right into it. Okay. These are the rules of the duel. Basically, you have a spoon, right? You have a spoon, and you can stab someone. Well, first, let me get into it first. You have one game maker, or two. They take however many people are playing and match them up to each other. And after you match them, it makes a huge circle. Okay? So after that huge circle, you get a target. The game maker texts you who your target is. You have to go kill them with a spoon, a sock, or poison them by writing poison on their food and they drink or eat it. And to kill someone with a spoon or a sock, they have to they can see it, but nobody else can't or can. So it has to be like unseen. Stab them. You can have it in your sleeve, and you're just like, "Hey, bud, there you go. High five."
I've dropped my Diet Snapple.
Travel moves you.
They're not sponsors. We have none.
We never do.
Back to what you're saying.
Okay. So yeah, that was it. I got done.
Okay, so yeah, basically you're paired up with one person. You have to try to stab that person with a spoon, not actually stab them. And then once you do, you get their target.
Sort of stab, and like make them feel it. So they're like,
Don't
"Oh,
make them
I'm
feel
actually dead."
Chris was stabbing someone today, and he broke his spoon.
I
'cause he
broke my
stabbed so hard.
spoon, and it cut him just a little bit.
Okay, so basically, our story with that was that so everyone is going after someone, which means I have someone after me, which means Chris has someone after
me.
So
and
he was
we are
talking.
after some other person.
So he was talking on the phone with this girl today who was also playing the game, and he goes, and then he goes inside because we were sitting outside, and he comes back and he doesn't say anything for like 30 minutes, maybe an hour, and then he just falls on his knees and he's like, "Evan, I have to tell you something. I need to get off my chest." And I was like thinking it was really bad. I wasn't even thinking about Assassins. And he's like, "I traded you for names." So what he done is this girl had me as her target, so he told her that I was at his house, and then she was going to drive down to his house and come kill me.
Basically.
So that she could win. And Chris did it because he wanted names. He wanted to know who was going to kill who. So he knew
basically,
if he was safe.
she had this group of people that just, they accumulated a ton of names and like of who was killing who and who was getting killed by who. And basically, I was on her help list. Like, she needed help. And so she called me and she was like, "Hey, I need your help. She was really nice about it and everything, but I guess I just sold my friend to a girl.
And that's the story of how he sold my body for names.
Yeah, there was a point in it where I just said, like, I had to lie to save him, but we will have him killed later.
Oh, yeah.
Basically.
So, okay. Now that we have that fun game that you guys can play if you want and start your own little name mob, we're going to get into the actual podcast.
12 subscribers we have.
Oh, yeah, and none of them are even listening. They forgot this thing existed.
Philosophical what?
Philosophical what? Okay, so our quotes today are about returning, since we're returning to our podcast.
I'm back, baby. Okay. You want me to go first or you?
I would love if you went first.
Oh, okay. Here we go. And I'm going to get it right this time. Cue dramatic music that's totally boss-like. Okay? Chris, go. I like it. Sounds good. Okay, here we go. Most of American life consists of driving somewhere and then returning home, wondering why the hell you went. That was by John Updike, by picturequotes.com. And this basically means, like, the average American goes to Fiji or something, and then they're just like...
The average American?
Yeah. Average. They go to Fiji all the time. Or, the Disneyland. They go to Disneyland, okay? And they go, they have fun, then they come home, and they're like, well, why did we spend all that money if we're just gonna leave eventually? So, yeah. And then that was that. Evan, here you go.
Hear ye. My quote is, "A man travels the world over in search of what he needs and returns home to find it," by George Moore. It's basically talking about how a lot of people go on a self-fulfilling quest, but then ultimately they find what they're looking for back at their home.
I would like more of that quote. George Moore.
Well, if anyone wants to join Philosophical Fridays, I think we're going to be letting go of Chris pretty soon.
I took his joke.
Just true. In our original recording, that was my joke, but we decided to redo it because it's just awful.
But I took it.
Hopefully this one's a little better.
Yeah, I think it is. Starting good, solid.
Alright, cool. So, Chris, tell me about a time you returned home from vacation.
Well, as you know, Evan, I am Italian.
What?
I know,
Since when?
Shocking. But I have never been to Italy. So when I went, I was, like, astonished how small it was, sort of. Like, it was downtown, basically. It's called Little Italy, downtown, where we live. Little Italy. It's a nice spot. I enjoyed it. It was like pizza. It was nice. That was my vacation. It felt like a vacation of how wonderful it is.
So you returned to your homeland.
Yes. Basically. But I just went downtown. I didn't go to Italy. It felt like it.
That was a terrible story. All the twists are very disappointing.
All true, though.
Okay, so a time that I returned home. Chris, as you know, I'm not Italian.
What?
Yeah, it's true.
You totally look it, man.
Thank you.
You got the mob look.
That's not offensive at all.
Nope, not at all.
Chris is Italian.
I'm Italian. I can say that, maybe.
Okay, so basically, this one time, I was at the pool. And I was having a good time, but the pool is not where the story takes place. The story takes place when I got back home from the pool. So I got home from the pool, and my mom looked at me, and she was just like, "Your acceptance letter came." I was like, "What are you talking about?" And she handed me my acceptance letter to Hogwarts. And then, this is actually how I'm breaking it to you. I'm leaving tomorrow to go to Hogwarts.
Well, I guess it's called Philosophical Chris Days.
Yep, Philosophical Chris Days.
Yep, because it's just me now.
Or if you're Spanish, Philosophical Chris Moss. Chris Moss.
I don't speak any other
Well,
language.
Moss means more, and then Christmas as in the holiday, but also Christmas.
No.
Everyone know that I regret that joke with every fiber of my being.
Oh, I know what we can talk about. I'm here to tell you what we're talking about right now. You just reminded me, because I am currently sort of sleep deprived. I've been staying up until 1 in the morning, like, every single night during the week. Like, I don't understand why I don't do it during the weekend, because then I can sleep in, but no, I'm crazy. I've been watching The Flash, Arrow, which is like, I didn't watch too much of the first episode, maybe, and then Legends of Tomorrow.
And Supergirl. You did it with
Oh yeah,
Supergirl.
Supergirl. That was I thought was almost as good as The Flash. Like it was so close second.
I love those shows too. I have to start watching Legends of Tomorrow. Maybe not staying up till 1 a.m.
Yeah,
But, you know, it's baby steps.
baby steps, but you'll get there. You'll get there. You know, since you're going to Hogwarts and all. But Legends of Tomorrow. It basically, if you haven't seen it, it's a bunch of
Secondary characters.
secondary characters from these TV shows, like The Flash, Arrow. I don't think there's any from Supergirl.
Actually, I don't even know how true this is, but I heard that Supergirl is going to be joining Legends of Tomorrow in season 2 or something.
Really?
Like, I don't know, like a reoccurring character, but like I know she's supposed to be in it.
What? That's exciting, because she's pretty cool. But it's really good. It's basically they go on this journey through time and space with this guy who's his family has died, and he by this one guy, and they have to go kill him, but the guy keeps reincarnating, and it's terrible. And they go to like the 50s and the 80s, and it's groovy, man.
That's wow. Now
Yeah.
I'm really compelled to check it out.
Right?
I am a personal fan of The Flash. New
yeah.
episode tomorrow night. Excited to check that out.
Barry Allen, spoiler alert.
Dude!
I'm
I'm only on season 3.
Same. Actually,
That's the current season.
it's the current season. It's really good. It's full of action-packed enthusiasm, and I would return to watch it again.
Me
Boom.
too.
Good. I'm glad.
Alright, so now you've had our review on DC. You've had a sneak peek at a game that you and your friends can play. And this is mostly just a reminder for me and Chris that Assassin is a game that exists because we're the only ones that listen to this podcast. What else do we talk about? Stories about returning home, my acceptance letter to Hogwarts. Chris is Italian. I think that's where we're going to leave it.
I'm Italian.
Good day.
Good thoughts.
Goodbye.
I'm Italian and Hail Hydra back again.
Not be saying Hail Hydra after 3 months hiatus.
Back again with the Hail Hydras.
No, please.
Yep. No. It's back. No. It's back. 3 months.